December. 2nd of December. Dear children, when I was lying half asleep in my kennel this morning, I heard one of the ducks sneeze. So I looked out to see which one it was, and oh my goodness, it had sneezed its white feathers off, for they were flying all round in the air as thick as could be. Come quick, I said to Stanley. So down the garden we ran, and you could have seen the feathers. They were flying everywhere, soft white things that didn't make any noise at all. I'd no idea a duck had so many feathers. It was most surprising. I do hope we don't sneeze our fur off, I said to Sandy. We should look funny. Well, we found Mistress, and we told her, but dear me, whatever do you think? Mistress laughed and said, Don't be silly, you two dogs. Haven't you ever seen snow before? But you know, I still think it might have been feathers, because I did hear that duck sneeze. So now we are going to try and find a duck without any feathers at all, and then we shall take her to Mistress and say, Ha ha, we told you so, dear Mistress. So we're just off to look, so goodbye. A few feathers from Bubs. 9th of December. Dear children, aren't the nights cold now? Sandy and I cuddle down together in our kennel and keep each other warm, and yesterday the gardener gave us lots of new straw to make us cosy. I heard Mistress say that it was Jack Frost who came at nights and brought the cold weather, and I thought, what a miserable rascal he must be. I'll keep a lookout for him and tell him what I think of him. So last night, Sandy and I kept running out of our kennel trying to spy Jack Frost. Sandy saw the moon, and he thought that it was Jack Frost looking down at him through the trees. My goodness, didn't he bark? Then I thought I heard him pattering along, but it was only the leaves blowing in the wind. At last we fell asleep, and will you believe it? In the morning we found he had been. The bold fellow had actually painted our kennel with bits of frost. Tonight I'm going to bite him. A frosty wag from Bubs. 16th of December. Dear children, Gillian is decorating her nursery for Christmas with bright-coloured paper and streamers, so Sandy and I thought we would decorate our kennel too. We only had straw to do it with and a few old bones, but we've made it quite nice. The straw is all on the roof and so are the bones. I wish we had a few balloons, but Sandy and I are a bit afraid of them. You know, they haven't very good manners always, and sometimes they give a great cough that sounds like pop and disappear. That frightens me, because I do hate things that go pop. Once I accidentally sat down on a big red balloon, and you should have heard the pop it gave. Nearly blew me up to the ceiling, and I trembled so much afterwards that Mistress and I said I made the floor shake. I don't much like Christmas crackers either. They go bang when you so much as sniff at them. Now I'm going Christmas shopping. My purse is hung round my neck, and Gillian is going to help me because she's quite good at shopping now. She lent me the purse. I was going to carry all my pennies in my mouth, but Gillian says they might slip down my throat, and then I should rattle like a money box. Sandy says he'd like to hear me, but I'm not going to let him. Christmassy wags, licks, barks, and nibbles from Bubs. 22nd of December. Dear children, well, Christmas is coming again. I've been waiting for it for quite a long time now, so I hope it won't take the wrong turning and get lost. Green hedges is quite difficult to find down our way. Isn't it a pity? Do you hang up your stockings at Christmas time? Gillian does, and so does Imogen, and then they get them full of all sorts of lovely things. The only thing that Sandy and I can hang up is our collars, and they don't hold much, so I've decided to wear stockings, and then we can hang them up on Christmas night. Where can we get them from? Sandy said. Do they grow anywhere? I said, Yes, Sandy, I've seen them growing on the clothesline in the garden. We'll get some from there. So we waited till this morning, and then we saw some socks growing on the line. We jumped up and got 4 in our mouths, 2 for Sandy and 2 for me, but they were difficult to get on. Sandy put one on his tail because he said it went on easily there, but when he wagged his tail, the sock flew off, so that wasn't any good. Well, I just managed to get one nicely on my hind foot when Mistress came along, and Tails and Whiskers, she wasn't a bit pleased. I hid in my kennel, and I'm afraid we won't have any socks or stockings to hang up after all. Isn't it a pity? A Christmas stocking from Bubs. 30th of December. Dear children, did you have a good Christmas? I did. So did Sandy and all the other pets. You should have seen the Christmas bone I had. Oh, goodness. It must have come from an elephant or a dragon or some enormous creature. It was so big. It will last me a long time. Till next Christmas, I expect. Well, that is if Sandy will leave it alone. He's so annoying. When I nibble one end of the bone, he goes to the other end and begins to gnaw that. Then I tug, and he tugs, and first he pulls me out of the kennel, then I pull him into the kennel, and then we growl hard. Pat came and watched us, and she said, "Don't talk with your mouth full, you dogs. Don't you know your manners?" That made me angry, and I ran at her, and I chased her around the garden. And will you believe it? When I came back, Sandy had gnawed the knob off my end of the bone. Well, Christmas is gone. I don't know where it's gone, and I wish I did. I wouldn't mind living with it all year round. Would you? I could easily be on my best behaviour if I did. So I'm very good behaviour from Bubs. P.S. My New Year resolution is to try and eat our dinner faster so that Sandy doesn't get too fat.